All right, now listen, I want to tell you, in this business, you get a chance to talk to so many people, and they tell you so many different stories about their lives. This one stuck with me from the first time that I heard about it, and I want Brenda Combs, Dr. Brenda Combs. You didn't have that, they didn't have that title the last time we spoke.
Correct.
But now, you rascal, you did it. You were studying then for your doctorate, Dr. Brenda Combs, keynote speaker at a very special event coming up, the Art of Recovery Expo. But hold on. I want you to give everybody a Reader's Digest condensation of your story as you're going to tell it Saturday.
Okay. Well, my story is that I started out like everyone else in a normal family, with a mom and a dad.
Where?
In Flagstaff. And I developed low self-esteem due to some bullying and just lack of self-confidence. I eventually turned to drugs and alcohol as a way to deal or escape, and that led me to becoming homeless. I ended up in Phoenix underneath the 7th Avenue Bridge.
Yeah, now tell everybody that you know what I'm talking about now, the story about when you woke up.
With my shoes. Okay, so I ended up underneath the 7th Avenue Bridge,
Yes.
homeless for 10 years. And one day, while sleeping in an alley, I woke up and realized someone had stolen the shoes off of my feet. It was 115 degrees outside, and I ended up walking a mile with no shoes on. And that was the turning point of my life, because it was the last day that I was homeless and a drug addict. I basically fell on my knees and just prayed and said, you know, God, I have no goals, I have no focus, no dreams. I don't know how I'm gonna be successful in life, but I don't want to be homeless and I don't want to be a drug addict. Please take it away.
So poverty-stricken, so homeless, that another person took your shoes.
Took my shoes.
And you went from there to Dr.
Yeah.
Brenda Combs.
Yeah.
It still gives me
Education is
chills.
what changed my life at that point. Getting my degrees, going to school, and then giving back to the community.
But what a struggle, though. I mean, it isn't all of a sudden you turned around, you said, God help me, and suddenly you win the lottery. It isn't quite like that in your life.
Oh, not at all.
Took you how long?
It was a long struggle. It took me about 13 years in total. I just completed my doctorate last year at Grand Canyon University. And yeah, my son is 13, so getting the education is really what set me back on the right path. Because after dropping out of school, my life just spiraled downhill and just not having any self-confidence in myself. But I realized that by getting an education, I was giving myself the best opportunity to achieve greatness and to be successful and to make not only an impact in my life, but my son's life as well.
And now you're on the faculty at GCU.
Yes. I'm a full-time faculty member at Grand Canyon University.
In what department?
College of Education.
All right, listen, right now, I can guarantee it's a whole bunch of people saying, what? Well, wait a minute, hold it. I thought I had a tough time. I want to hear more of this story. You're the keynote speaker at the Art of Recovery Expo. Tell us about that event.
Okay, so the Art of Recovery Expo is Saturday at the Phoenix Convention Center from 10 to 5. And there's going to be hundreds of vendors and doctors, counselors, halfway house representatives, that will be there to share their resources, their experiences, to give people an opportunity to gain knowledge about recovery, about addiction. And it's not just drugs and alcohol. There's eating disorders, there's gambling, there's sex addiction, there's any mental health issues.
So all of those specialists are going to be there. That's an amazing kind of gathering of authorities on individual subjects dealing with individual needs. But you know what, now here comes the tough stuff. How much does it cost?
It's free. It is free and open to the public. I personally would invite parents, children, law enforcement, politicians, doctors, grandparents,
Other
caregivers,
counselors, huh?
other counselors to come and attend this event, because you're going to walk away with a wealth of knowledge. And it doesn't really matter whether you personally have experienced addiction or someone in your life, but perhaps it's a coworker, someone that's a friend, someone that you know is struggling, or maybe even contemplating, you know, or going through something, whether it's alcohol, drugs, mental, shopping addictions, which a lot of people may deal with the shopping thing.
But even if you're not sure whether there's something there for you, go anyway, right?
Go anyway. We are also collecting shoes for the Finding My Shoes Foundation, which I founded.
Excuse me, pardon me.
And it's going to be a great event and an opportunity for people to learn, because I believe that at some point in time, everyone has been affected through addiction in some way, shape, or form.
Do the shoes have to be brand new?
No, we don't have to be. They don't have to be brand new.
Oh, that's true.
We will
because
take any.
People can
shoes.
come down bags of shoes that they've collected, they don't wear anymore.
Right.
And say, wait a minute, Brenda couldn't find hers. How many years ago was that?
17 years ago now.
Does it seem like 17 or more?
It doesn't seem that long. I mean, I feel refreshed and renewed. I feel young at heart, young at spirit, and I just want to have the opportunity to go back out and let other people know that if I can go from being a homeless drug addict for 10 years to becoming Dr. Brenda Combs, nothing's impossible.
But
dreams do come true.
Wait just a second. There's a voice from somewhere in Agua Fria and Apache Junction, a couple of people saying, well, Brenda could do that, but I never could. What do you say to the folks who have that level of low esteem? They not only lost their shoes, but they lost their hope. What do you say to them?
Well, I lost hope too, but eventually I reached a point where I had to tell myself, Brenda, I believe in myself and my ability to do my best, because I am intelligent and I'm capable of achieving greatness. I had to start at the very bottom when I came off the streets with just the clothes on my back. And after being in addiction for a decade and living under a bridge, the odds were against me. However, if I can do it, I'm willing to go out and show other people what worked for me. And they can either take those tools and apply them, or put it in their mental filing cabinet and use it when they need to. But it can be done.
You want to know how
far? You
far?
can overcome addiction.
How far she's come. Lady who didn't have any shoes at all. Now she has a choice of wardrobe and matching streaks in her hair. Brenda, it is so good to see you again. Saturday, all day long at the Phoenix Convention Center downtown, the art of recovery, whatever your recovery may need be. This is Pat McMahon on the Morning Scramble.